He has been described as a craftsman of pure pop songs, an artist, an excellent wordsmith. Greg Johnson, our highly productive singer-songwriter, has come home from Santa Monica to perform, and he joins me now to discuss his tasty new album, Here Comes The Caviar. Welcome.
Thanks.
Is it good to be home?
Yeah, it is good. It's very good. We've been in Wellington, which has been great, and Auckland, my hometown.
Yeah, we're not too bad. The weather this time round? Just missed the bad weather, I think.
Yeah, we've had a bit of both, which you'd expect.
Exactly.
It's nice to have a bit of rain, you know.
Exactly. Now let's talk about your album, Here Comes The Caviar. It's where'd the name come from first up?
Well, I was driving down the freeway actually, and it just came to me. I thought, in my dunga of an old car that we had for a while there, we've been kind of, you know, on the bones of our arse a bit up there, really. Just trying to make it, you know, and using New Zealand dollars to do it, my own money from here, and of course the exchange rate was pretty hard 2 years ago when we started. So it's kind of optimistic, you know, and also it relates to, I think, my last record, which was called The Best Yet. So I thought, well, if that was the best yet, then we better have something better for the new record. So.
Now, is this your best yet, this album?
Well, it's definitely the best record I've ever made, yeah. It's the first time I've thought it's going to be a struggle to make one better than this, so that's a challenge for next time. But, yeah, I'm very happy with it. I've been trying to make this record for a long time, so...
Well, you mentioned it was a little bit hard moving to Santa Monica with New Zealand dollars and the all, but why did you move there in the first place?
Well, I found a new manager, Michelle Backer, and she had experience up there already, and I was at a point where really had to move on, I think, you know, to try and find bigger markets. You know, it's an inevitable consequence of living in New Zealand if you're an artist of any kind, is that you do need to go in search of bigger audiences. So off we went. Yeah, I got a record deal up there with a small label, which has since gone south, but that was the door I needed to get in there, and we set up, and we're still there, and we're sort of slogging it out, you know.
And so what's next then? You're playing in New Zealand?
Yeah, I've got shows at Coast Bar in Auckland on the 31st of March, 1st and the 2nd of April. And we've done the New Zealand Festival in Wellington, which was great. And then we'll head back, and I've got the Burbank Film Festival, I think, and then a few shows in LA, and we'll be back again for an album tour later in the year, and see what happens, yeah.
Many musicians say playing live is the best thing about being an artist. Would you say that?
I love playing live, yeah. I mean, that's been my career. You know, I've been playing live since day one, so I do enjoy it. Yeah, you've got your audience right there, and that's good.
And how do you find the New Zealand audiences now that you've been living in Santa Monica for a wee while?
Well, they've always been great, you know, and I've been really, you know, flattered and pleased by the welcome I've had from the crowds here. Actually, it's been really great, and not quite as noisy as the American crowds, who are very vocal, which is good. Much more reserved.
Is that a good thing? Yeah,
I think it is. Yeah, we don't need. There's enough yelling in the world.
Yeah. All right. Well, what about the New Zealand music scene? Because it's certainly evolved since you've been away.
God, it's amazing. Yeah, I'm stunned by. It's like this flowering of all genres too, not just any particular one, but you know, we have our own stars here, and I think it's wonderful, and really means that, you know, if you're 18 or 15 and starting out, you've actually got a network and a structure to work to, and I think that's really exciting. You know, certainly it bodes well for the future, I think. You know.
Well, Greg Johnson, very nice to have you back home.
Thanks very much.
Still to come on Breakfast, gardener Nick Hayhoe on how to prepare for